it's drastically different, and I don't realize all kind of the intricacies that go into releasing a record, you know, because this is the first self-release, so I'm worrying about things I wouldn't typically worry about, kind of like the littlest things like, you know, flyers and stuff. But I like being hands-on. I like knowing what's going on. As much as some people be like, oh, you know, artists, rappers, musicians, they shouldn't worry about that kind of stuff. But this day and age, everything is so personal. You know, there's not really that much of a disconnect. Everything is very much from artist to fan. So I like kind of seeing and making sure that everything's coming from me, from, you know, making sure the grammar on social media posts is right and things like that. So I'm just a stickler for just trying to have some fun and do it the right way. Music for me, anyways, is super communal. I really enjoy collaboration. I really enjoy working with other people, and kind of that's how it's been through the career. A lot of Asleep in the Bread Aisle was with Oren Yoel, who's a close friend and collaborator. The Roth EP was a collaboration with Knots. Paps and Jazz was really a collaboration with Blended Babies and Chuck English, and now the RetroHash record is kind of going back to that, where it's just making music with your friends, hanging out in the living room, and, you know, coming up with a little phrase like "Fast Life," and then next thing you know, it's on a record, and next thing you know, it's a song. Fast Life is actually inspired by a neighbor of mine, and just in my area. I'm from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and like, it's not a bad area by any stretch of the imagination, but there's not much to do. So you see kids start getting into like prescription pills and smoking pot and drinking alcohol. And you're seeing that a lot, and it's no secret that I'll have a beer and, you know, roll a joint and hang, but it's not kind of the be-all end-all for me. And, you know, we lost a friend to kind of just the alcohol and the prescription drugs, and not knowing the limit and not understanding moderation. And I think that's been a super serious theme recently with kids. I think kids are, as much as there is stimulus and a lot of stuff going on, they're kind of bored. So they're doing things like these ridiculous drugs that, you know, it has our parents saying like, what happened to a joint? You know what I mean? What's all this other stuff? So we'll see, but yeah, I think that more so in the hip hop realm, those conversations and that dialogue is what I'm trying to have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's always like good to rap about how great you are, and I'm into it. It's super fun every now and then, but for the most part, I want to use the music and my time and my listeners' time wisely to be able to bounce ideas like that off in those conversations, so we can, you know, just progress, make progress, and have some fun. I think it's more so being lonely. You know what I mean? Because it's funny, the entertainment world kind of has like, you kind of have the world at your fingertips, so to speak, and it looks like and feels like you have a lot of friends and a lot of people in your life. But it actually tore apart a lot of my honest and authentic relationships, because whether it be expectations of that friendship or whatever, and even just becoming a little bit more self-absorbed, like I had to keep up an image or keep up a facade or anything like that. And that kind of took wear and tear on very close relationships to me. So just trying to get out of that headspace, and I feel like becoming and doing it yourself, so to speak, or the independent route, allows you to just be yourself. You're not trying to live up to anybody else's expectations of you. You're not trying to appease somebody who really isn't in your world anyway. So like, the route that I'm on now is so much about my family, friends, and just who I am, that I feel like I'm in a much better position. I want people to be able to feel me. Do you know what I mean? Especially in rap music, you go, oh man, I feel him. And that's how you stick around for a little bit and become a genuine perspective, become somebody can relate to. Using my voice, using my time wisely, and making music that matters. And is it always going to be the case? No, but with records like Be Right, that's kind of like, it's reflective, and it's also talking about, you know, the power of fear. I mean, there's this record from Paps and Jazz on, I've dealt with a lot of lows, you know, because my success came very early, and so I didn't have this kind of natural trajectory. It was just kind of like, it was like, and it's been like so wild for me to deal with this, you know, immediate success from out of college to growing up in that. You know, I'm only 21, 22 in that time, still a kid. and trying to sort my way through the entertainment business. Do you know what I mean? Like, the entertainment business is cold. I don't know how many people genuinely have your back in the entertainment business. So I was talking about earlier, just kind of getting it simple, like, know who the friends are, know that your family's gonna always be there for you. Chat with them, keep those people around, make sure you're grateful and appreciative of the opportunity you have, and then just make dope music. So stuff like Be Right is me kind of reflecting on that. It's just like, man, this is a crazy journey. It's also I think in Be Right it would be a shame to miss the beauty that the rain brings. And it's just like another one of those things where through the low points, I've learned so much about myself, about people, about, you know, who I am, where I am, what I'm doing, that I would never take that back. I would never be like, oh man, I wish I was just killing it for like 10, 15 years. It would be great, but I've become the person I am because of the low points.